Nyght, ride on the track.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How you guys are doing? I see everybody starting to get in the chat. Want to give you a little time to get up in here. Please share this out. Let everybody know. You already know how YouTube is. They delay every announcement that we are live. So share this out. Let everybody know. It's gonna be a good topic tonight. What's going on, Miss Lady? What's going on, Miss Lady?
Hey, everybody. What's up, y'all? We back again. It's another week, another Tuesday night.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What's going on, Big Ant? Hey, ladies. What's up?
Hey,
Akira,
Big
let's
Aunt,
go.
Akira. Miss
How y'all
Akira
doing? Share this out.
Shoja. Hello, lady.
Hello, later. So we're going to get ready to get in these topics because it's a good one. This is a good one. So, and
Yep.
we got a little freedom to talk a little bit because we don't have that Atlanta Falcons Nation show tonight. So we can
Mhm.
kind of talk a little bit. But we want to go ahead and get right into how we start our show. For those you don't know, of course, we want to introduce ourselves. If you don't know, now you will know. We are the ladies of Champagne Confessions. In case you don't know who I am Miss Maggie T. And right next to me, who we got?
It's your girl, y'all. The one and only Miss Kai.
Hi, Miss Kai. Hi, Miss Kai.
Hi.
So what's up, D Coleman? What's up? What's up? How you doing? I
D.
wish my girl
Coleman,
was on camera, but we're gonna work with it. I'm over here by myself. So
girl,
yeah, I'll
you
go ahead
with me.
and
You
say
got my
hello.
support. I'm here. I ain't gonna let nobody get to you. Girl, I'm here. I'm here.
So we always started off with a little bit of motivational moment. This is called our
Mm-hmm.
My Mental Space motivational moment. And we always have a nice quote or anything that, I feel that people need to hear. Even though we're coming on in the evening, you can always go to bed with a positive note so you can wake up on a positive. So let's go ahead and get into that motivational quote that I think we got two of them. This is the one I posted actually not too long ago. I think I did it today. And this is something that just to kind of remind you about something you should never forget. Never forget how far you have come, everything you have gotten, everything you've gotten through, all the times you have pushed on, even when you felt that you couldn't. All the times, all the mornings you get out of bed, no matter how hard it was, all the times you wanted to give up, but you got through another day. Never forget how much strength you have learned and developed along the way. I butchered that, y'all. Apologize. I'm blind over here.
No, you good. Yep. I like this one.
But how do you feel about that, Kai?
Well, you know what? Actually, when you were reading it, I was like, this is something good to read over at night because like never forget. So like you're ending your day, right? It's at
Mhm.
night, and then it's like a reminder to make you reflect on the type of day you've had and just
Mhm.
to forget. So when you go before you go to sleep, one more thing, don't forget how far
Yeah.
you've come, everything
Mhm.
you have gotten through, all the times, we can go through all of this in a day.
Oh yeah.
So I like that. That's a good nighttime affirmation, I guess you would
And
say.
I think everybody should always have at least. I mean, of course, I'm not consistent with it, but I can be better.
Mhm.
But I try
Mhm.
to always, when I can think about it, post something inspirational. I look at
Mhm.
it as my daily affirmation because when you go to bed, like you said, in a negative mood, and you
Mhm.
wake up in that negative mood, that takes on the course of your entire day. You know,
Right.
um, so it's like now the people around you will be negative because you're negative. You're not feeling good. You're in a slump. It's on your face. It's the way you carry yourself. You're slumped over like this. So
Absolutely.
it's how you prepare yourself for each day. I know things are hard. I know things are rough financially, whatever you're going through, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You
Mhm.
just got to
Mhm.
be faithful, stay prayed up, and just keep pushing. Even if you don't feel like nobody is in your corner, like I always say, the one above, he got you. That's
He
only if you're
got you.
spiritual. He
Yep.
got you. So lean on him if you need it, or find those people that you can really rely on. And don't get offended if they're not available for you right then and there. Send a text, hey, this is how I'm feeling today. When they get it, they will reply. But at least reach and vent to somebody if you possibly can do that. It says, don't drag on what people pick up from you. Yeah. So it's like it's like a domino effect. It's like this person's pissed off, then he gonna come to work making everybody else miserable.
Mhm.
So why do you
Yep.
want to wake up that way? It's like me, that's why I'm very particular about my time.
Yeah. Me
I
too.
really am. It's like if you're disturbing my peace, I don't want to deal with that
Yeah.
part. Like I
And
have my
then
own.
waking
Hmm.
your own
Go ahead.
routine of getting into your day without
Yeah,
being disturbed.
yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, we'll just add that, because when you're waking up and you're hearing all that, it's like, dog, first of all, you're showing that you have no respect for me right now. Like for my privacy, for my space, because you're talking loud, you're thinking about yourself. Like, if
Hmm.
you're gonna do that, can you go somewhere else and do that? And because I get it, we all do it. We all do
Hmm.
it. It's just a fact of in that moment. The only thing I have an issue with is you not thinking of outside
Others
of
around you.
yourself.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
it. I don't have a problem with you. If you need to complain, get it out, go ahead, get that done. But then, end it positively if possible. But yeah, it's kind of annoying and it really irks my nerves to where I feel I get it's like trigger. It's like angry, like the way I could throw something. That's just how bad. It's like, are you
Yeah.
serious?
It
Like,
makes you
like I
react to
feel it.
their
I
bad
feel it.
attitude.
Right.
Hmm. It's the energy. So it's like for me, I had this routine, but it's like it gets interrupted now at times. I used to pretty much have my music. I meditate at night. In the morning, when it's quiet time before the kids get together, I'm always just trying to gather myself and my thoughts. That helped me make my day go by even better. Sometimes I even have the energy to even entertain life that day.
Right.
Um, so it's like you have to have your routines down. Like, don't
Mhm.
steer away from it because if you don't start your day on a better note, It's a done deal. So
It's a
let's
done
go to the
deal.
next motivational quote that Miss Kai also wanted
Yes.
to post up, because we want to talk about what we're going to talk about tonight. And go ahead
Right.
and speak that, Miss Kai.
Well, like Maggie said, I chose this to add to our motivational segment because it kind of goes in. Well, it does go into what we're going to talk about this evening. So, as you see, read along with me because we all need to remember this for ourselves. Rejection is not fatal. It is merely someone's opinion.
Mm, mm. And that goes deep, because we're going to get into it definitely, but this is pretty much going into what we're going to talk about today. But I want to ask the question to you. I'm going to ask it when we get closer to the topic. Have you experienced it? And I want to hear your
Mhm.
stories about it and everything else. It's like this conversation is going to be amazing. But rejection is not fatal. The thing about it is, people don't realize what rejection can do for a person, whether it's emotional, a job, your family, your friends, your lover, all aspects of rejection. You didn't get the house that you wanted. You didn't get that career goal or whatever. It's rejection, period, is not fatal. It's merely someone else's opinion.
They say rejection is God's protection.
Mm. For something better, huh?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Rejection can be God's protection.
Yeah. So that means if you was rejected for that situation, that meant it wasn't meant for you.
Right. Because
That
he's
person is
like,
not for you. Mm-hmm.
right. He's like, okay, you wanted this? Okay, well, I'll let you run into this only because I have something better. And when I show it to you, I want you to be
Mm-hmm.
appreciative. So
Yes.
he'll let you, you know what I mean? So we got to start
Yeah,
thinking differently. We
you do.
automatically, I know I do, immediately go to the negative. So,
And we all do. That's just a natural human reaction. When you don't get,
mm,
you work so hard to get something, or you shot your shot at somebody that you thought you was feeling and they turned you down. It's so much to that it can mess up you psychologically. So and when they say fatal, is there are some health issues and things that come along with that, because somebody's being rejected for everything in their life, they begin to shut down. And we're going to go into
yes.
deep topics about that. But
Mhm.
while we got people in here, look, all right, people coming in here. I want y'all
I
to put
just,
hey in the chat, say hello, hello, hello.
hello. And I just really, Maggie, I was going to actually stop you to take a moment to thank all 30 viewers for watching.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're just sitting back watching or in the chat, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We would not have a show without you guys. So I did want to take that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back on camera next week, y'all. I just couldn't do it. The lights,
But
my
that's
head.
okay.
I was
That's
tired.
okay.
Had a busy weekend, but forgive me, guys. I know y'all missed my little sweet innocent face. but
I mean, I didn't care. You could
no,
have put it in the bun and suck
I
it
just
up,
wanted
but
but I just wanted to thank you guys really quickly there. So thank you.
and what's up, engine number 9? Everybody said what's up. Some love, some flowers, and in the chat, let us know that you're here. But Big Ant said rejection is not fatal if you deal with it right then, and don't allow it to
Mhm.
linger. Can you still do the what? We ain't finna look. You probably gonna get that tonight, J Rock. You never know what's going on. What's going on? So now we're gonna get into some. Well, no, we're gonna wait until we get to that part. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
let's talk about because not everybody realized this is Women's History Month.
Mhm.
So we have Black History Month. Now we're gonna honor the ladies for this month. So we got to start off with our girl. If you don't know who she is,
And
something
y'all
wrong
under
with
a
you.
rock. Several of them. Several under several rocks. You hear me? Y'all have got to know.
So let's talk
Well,
about her. Let's bring some honor to this beautiful queen here.
let's talk about her. Well, first of all, we decided on Taraji, Miss Taraji P. Henson, because she is a wonderful actress, very strong woman, has won, awards just off of her just her artistry of just being a great actress and a woman. And she also, advocates for mental health. She's,
She
has dealt
does.
with some of her own struggles there. That she has openly spoken about. And to be honest, Taraji inspired me. She was a big, big, big inspiration in me, just deciding to let go and sharing my story and just pretty much not giving
This
a
is what
damn
this
what somebody
platform is
else
for.
thought, because somebody else needs to hear my story. I don't care if others are laughing. It's that one person who can relate, so
Yeah.
that's that. But also wanted to also just highlight something, because we're talking about rejection, just period. And so I thought this was a form of, I just want to share a little bit because I thought this was a form of a good form of rejection, or a good example of what we were talking about. And Taraji recently spoke on and this is coming from The Guardian that I'm looking at. The author is Andrew Pulver. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. But basically it's titled "The Math Ain't Mathin'." Taraji P. Henson speaks out about Hollywood pay gap. She was speaking on Gayle King's radio show on Sirius XM. They were speaking and she got to saying that she works a lot. She has to. She said it, the math ain't mathin'. She said, and when you start working a lot, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. It's a whole team behind us. They have to get paid. She also explained, the math saying, so when you hear someone say, oh, such and such made 10 million, that didn't make it. That didn't make it into their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%. Okay. She said, you do the math. Now we have 5 million. Your team is getting 30% of what you gross. Now, after what Uncle Sam took too, now do the math. She said she's only human. It seems every time I do something and break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I've never did what I just did. And I'm tired. I'm tired. It wears on you, and then she said, what does that mean? What is that telling me? If I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? So basically, prior to that, I think they were speaking about, actresses and actors coming, the younger ones coming behind her, the next generation.
Behind her. She's supposed to be an example to them. And it's like, I'm getting blackballed in this industry. So I need to speak up and speak out about it. And I commend her on that because, honestly, there still is a predator, it's certain actresses, actors, whatever, top dollar. You just know. Like she has a lengthy resume of movies, shows, this, that, and the other. Like you said, a mental health advocate. I can imagine the toll it's taken on her because it makes you feel rejected because you don't feel like you're good enough. So I'm just worthy of this amount when this star right here is making this much, but I put my all into it. like the pay grades for these actresses and actors and all that kind of stuff. I don't get into the politics of it, but there is, just people need to speak up about it. It says, let's see here. Favorite movie was, and she was in Smoking Aces when she had that sniper. Cookie, of course, she just had some. I think she had some great roles, and she definitely has been in the game, just like Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett finally, finally, y'all. Come on now. After all these movies that Angela Bassett has ever been played amazing roles, Tina Turner, all these roles.
Yeah.
And you're telling me she wasn't worthy enough of an Oscar?
That's crazy. And still writing and producing the 911 shows that I love, those whole series, Texas Lone Star. I mean, I love Angela Bassett. I love her.
So it's just, I get why people boycott. I mean, not trying to cause any stir up whoever's watching here, but I get why people boycott these events and things like that. Because it's like, it's a popularity contest, for one thing. And you damn near got to be a slave in order to get honored. You get what I'm saying? All those movie roles that got those Oscars and everything else, it was always, a slave type movie. We don't want to see that anymore. We want to see Black people in, great roles, not just women beaters and all this kind of stuff. And, show some significance in these Black people. It says, and go ahead and hit that like button, y'all. What's going on? I'm late. Go ahead. Well, since you're here, I appreciate you being here. We are doing fine. Hey, y'all, just came through to say, hey, Nyght Ryder.
Hey, Nyght Ryder.
We definitely want to say our blessings and prayers to you and your family. Yeah. My condolences to your uncle. Thank you for just tuning in. Even if you just coming in to say, hey, we appreciate that. We're praying for you, everybody. Everybody put some flowers in chat for Nyght Ryder. He lost his uncle. Appreciate you y'all tuning in.
Make him feel better. He's having it kind of tough. So
I've been with the family. I'm making it just keep my family. We will. We definitely will, people. I know that had to hit you a little hard. D. Coleman said they dangle that brass ring in front of you and tell you keep working harder. But if you speak out, you're difficult. The fix is in. I like what you said there because yes. Now, there's two Black entertainers, Monique, that spoke out about her pay. Taraji. They make Monique bitter, this, that, the other. Taraji, I think it got more accepted, but it was up. I want to say it was Vivica A. Fox that came out right after Taraji said what she had to say. She said, I'm good over here. I'm getting paid. So is that stuff like that? It's like we don't even pull for one another in these situations. She's speaking out, but you're going to ask Vivica. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm good. I don't know what you're talking about. But baby, what are you doing? We don't uplift each other. We tear each other down. It's always a narrative that they want to, like we just don't like each other. And it's something I just don't appreciate. Take this cactus and I can't give you a bouquet. Y'all crazy. So enough of that. But that was, we all went deep in that, even this women's history.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
We went deep into that topic, but we always do. So but now let's go ahead and spill this tea because, honey, even though I'm gonna do a virtual glass to you since I can't see your glass.
Yeah. I got my glass, girl.
Grab your glass because we finna go in on this one right here. Okay. So this is our hot topic segment, and this topic we just always whatever's trending, whatever's hot. We want to talk about it. And I want y'all to put your opinions in the chat. I'm going to put up this picture. And of course, anybody that follows social media, I'm sure you don't heard about this one. I mean, what? You know, I'm gonna hold my peace. But Charlamagne the God
Oh my Jesus, girl. Jesus.
apologized to who the fuck did I marry? Creator Reesa Teesa for big back comments. So apparently he was on his show. I guess everybody don't tune in. I did not tune in. I'm going to say that I just don't have the time and energy to watch somebody for 5 hours talk about her damn life that ain't mine. Lady, what are you doing with yourself? But anyway, anybody that calls himself Charlamagne the God, I can't. Look, I don't take him seriously anyway. I'm just going to say that. Because it's like, who are you to say you are the God? But anyway, I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
I don't like right. The God. Why you got God in with your name? Y'all better stop saying that.
Who
Some
are
so and
you,
so to
honey?
God. I don't care who you are and what you got going on. You do not get your name is not even equal to the name God to be right next to be, right next, just beside it, like it's just right.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I
So,
don't give a doggone. Go ahead. That's
so
crazy.
basically, if anybody don't know her story, she went on and did a 5-hour TikTok series. It looks like it was in her car. I didn't watch it. Where she talked about someone she met and married within 6 months. Apparently, somebody sent me this cliff notes because I was just not. I refused. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's like a whole work shift, and we sitting there watching it. But
Yeah, because
anyway,
we was listening to it backstage, y'all. And trust me, the little that we did start listening to, it hey, y'all go find it for yourself. We can post a link in the chat or something. Y'all do what y'all want to do with that one, cuz.
so basically, yeah, she met this man off her Tinder or whatever else. They found each other on 2 platforms, Hinge and Tinder. He had 2 different profiles apparently.
And she said
So
one first red flag. Remember that? Remember that?
yeah, first red flag. He already had 2 profiles and said, "Hey, we already tried to talk with each other." So she get with this man, and he's basically, "I'm coming from California. I'm coming down here to be this big shot job." Basically, he lied his whole entire life, from the job that he had to the money that he had to the family members that he talked to what else? Basically they said he would stay on the phone arena football. He played arena football but worked for Apple in downtime when arena football wasn't going on. Now come on, people. We haven't had an arena football team and I don't remember or ever. I think we had one at one point, but I think they got rid of that team, if I want to say, but
I
he
ain't
was
heard nothing
talking
else about it.
big boy shit, you know, and she came, I don't know what it was about her, and she just felt she needed a man or whatever, but she don't let this man come on down here and tell her all these little lies. uh and apparently that in between those 6 months she got pregnant, of meeting this man. He instantly moved in. She had I think a miscarriage or something happened. Of course, I don't want to quote it quote by quote because I didn't watch it, but from the summary I listened to, she just fell hell over heels about this man, and he lied about their family house they was gonna buy,
Right.
with no money. Like I said, his family members wasn't really the family members that were in his life. People that he was saying passed away years ago, that type of thing. So
Job was
just
a
a
lie.
whole freaking lie, And so 5 hours and TikTok ain't in my wheelhouse, but shout
Wheelhouse.
out to
It's
her. That's
over
what I'm
5 hours. It's like 8, almost 8, like 7 hours and 26 minutes and 56 seconds that I counted. And yeah, I told you that by the hour, the minute, and the seconds. I did.
So My thing is, so but let's get back to this Charlamagne the God though on this subject. And
Don't
we
say the
got more
God.
people in the
I'm
chat.
mad at
We
that.
appreciate you guys for watching. We really do. We really do. Share this out. Hit subscribe. We're trying to get a little bit more followers. I already know we didn't have a Falcon
Mm-hmm.
show tonight, so I guess y'all coming on over here and checking us out. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and say that you're in the chat. Say hello, hello, hello. But who are you, Charlamagne, to say that
Right.
this is big back behavior?
Now.
Big back behavior, and then turn around and say, well, I'm going to apologize because I disturbed her peace. But your apology wasn't really an apology. It was just like, yeah, this is shit what, Black people say. I'm not speaking about her, but I'm in general talking about big backs. Oh, are you really, Charlamagne? Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But he
that.
always strike me as I can't stand him. I'm not.
Girl, he put the God next to his name.
Nyght.
He meant that. He meant to call her a big back, and I don't care. Charlamagne, you know good and well you meant that. So
You
need
did.
to stop all that.
Because even the apology was like, well, I mean, don't we all say stuff?
No, hell no, we don't.
And then what's name was like, so are you being for real or this is a joke? But people say this all the time. Like, no, let's be for real. I'm asking you a question.
They don't. No, they
are you joking
don't.
at this point? Yeah, he be trying to embarrass people. So
but
that
even if you're joking, you still an asshole for that. Excuse me, but you still are because it's not a joking matter. So why would you still even be trying to make a joke? So go stop with that. You meant it. Go sit down and take that God out your name. What else?
Okay, because that right there, honey, I don't even want to give him no more energy, no more time. So how do y'all look? Let me ask the audience. How do y'all feel about that? Did y'all hear that? My bad. Did y'all hear that comment though? Did you hear about it? How do you feel? Was that big back energy? Was that appropriate to say about her situation? Is it a big back situation where, to me, it's basically saying that only heavier set women put up with this type of stuff? It's big back energy. So it's for it happens to her because she's a big back.
She's a big back.
And I guess she's accepting anything because and this is kind of going to go into, actually kind of works because it goes into our topic for today. Hey, ATL Leo, how you doing?
Hey, ATL Leo.
He out of pocket. Absolutely.
Exactly. He out of several pockets and he need to take several of them seats.
He ain't going to do that as long as somebody paying his ass. You
ain't gonna pay me to say that to somebody and mess with them like that. Look, that's too much. You need to Charlamagne. I'm about sick of him. I tried to give him benefit of the doubt at one point, but I'm taking it all back. Every inkling, every bit of it, because that's just wrong. That's wrong.
And that's what Big Coleman said. It said big back energy is rude, but don't let randoms. But yeah. I mean, she's a dumbass. I'm excuse me. Yes, but it's not a big back issue. It's a person issue. We all do this. We fall in love with somebody real quick. They moving in right the next day. She's not the only one out there, people. Y'all know it.
Y'all.
Come on now.
Don't go there.
Don't sit there and act like you don't fail for somebody. And
I know one that did. Maggie.
Who?
I met one that did. I met someone who, moved in with the man.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
about. And that stuff is crazy.
Said resting and I'm not feeling good. What I missed? You didn't really miss nothing. We're just talking about the gossip right now, and then we're gonna get into our topic. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight.
You in time.
Please, if you're in the chat, please leave a comment for real. He been talking crazy to people. He always do. And some people.
Well, now we talking crazy to him because he getting it back.
I know, run my check up because I don't look. If it takes now, but see me, we will always make sure that you get a message out of this situation. But we're gonna keep it raw and real though too. If you need to be chewed out, you're gonna be chewed out. You said he put them roots on her. Oh, but the crazy thing
and they
is,
grew, honey.
the thing is though, she's getting paid for this now.
Heck
So
yeah.
he only did her a favor by making her even more talked about. Everybody
Exactly.
that goes on her, because she even said it was people on the post dogging her, and but it was so many people that tune into that thing. She's getting paid now for telling her
Yep.
story. So
Y'all better
at the
tell
end of the
y'all
day, she
stories
went
while
in.
y'all worrying about. Hey, see, remember how we tell y'all don't worry about what other people gonna think. Tell your story. You never know what's gonna come out of it. I'm telling mine. I will keep telling it. I don't care when stuff is added. Be raw and real. I'm telling y'all. You never know what that will do. So tell y'all stories.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
That
So
was a
we're gonna go
that was
ahead
brought to
and
you
get
by
into our topic.
my mental space incorporated. That
Hmm.
was a moment from my mental space incorporated. Thank
There
you.
you go. So we're gonna get into our main topic. Now we got everybody in the chat. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this topic right here because it's a thing. What is social rejection? If anybody don't know what that is, my bad. Let me get these little banners up. I'm supposed to be following. We'll put it here. Yeah, make sure y'all follow Champagne Confessions. But what is social rejection? Is the question. And we're talking about all aspects of social rejection.
Well,
Everybody put in the chat what you think it is and everything else, but we're going to kind of go break it down to, what it is and all the parts
mm-hmm,
of it. I always love these type of topics because it educates people
mm-hmm.
on certain things. And I don't know what Facebook is doing right about now. There we go. So what is social rejection? Social rejection occurs when an individual is deliberately excluded from a social relationship or social interaction. The topic includes interpersonal reaction or peer rejection, romantic rejection, and family estrangement. A person can be rejected or shunned by individuals or an entire group of people. Furthermore, rejection can be either active by bullying, teasing, ridiculing, or passive by ignoring a person or giving the silent treatment. The experience of being rejected is subjective for the recipient, and it can be perceived when it is not actually present. The word ostracism is also commonly used to denote a process of social exclusion. So basically, all the above. It's like
Mm-hmm.
let's say you're a podcast person. Some reason everybody want to go over to this channel because they cut up and do this and do that and the other. But you may not have a better camera. You may not look, how they want you to look. It's so many things about aspects of social rejection.
Right.
So it's like when you're not getting the numbers on your show, but everybody else over here is flocking to this person. A job interview. There's other candidates in your company. It's like, oh, okay, well, these people are better than you. Like you've been
Mm-hmm.
here for 12 years putting all your hard work and earnings into this job. Then somebody from the street comes in with a resume and they get it over you. So now you got that social rejection because it's like,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
am I not good enough? What's happening here, as well as, it's going to get dangerous too, because it's like when let's say somebody sees somebody they're attracted to and they shoot their shadow. Hey girl, what's up? How you doing? Whatever. And she turns you down or he turns you down. That's social rejection, because it's, what does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? A lot of time when that situations is either they just like, okay, or they go home and cry about it, or Some people retaliate. Some people react. So there's going to be steps to what social rejection is.
Yep.
Illegal. So with them big backs become fit backs, they're going to be on hush mouth. That's the thing. But my thing is, I'm going to say that. And that's kind of part of this social rejection thing, though. Because when you, of course, if you want to lose the weight, to feel better about yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, do it for that very reason. But when you alter your body to please everybody else and to appeal to somebody else, that's that social rejection right there. That's that self-esteem, that low self-esteem. It doesn't help the situation.
Due to it. Yep. Due to social rejection.
Yep. Yeah. So it's like, I know a friend that got her backside done because her husband was cheating. So she went in and got this whole body and everything else. It was already insecure in herself. But she went and got this alteration because of who she wanted to look like and how she wanted to be accepted in this society. He still was cheating even after that.
You know what? It's a similar story. I know somebody who husband kept cheating. So she went and got her body done and a big old back put on, backside put on. And now she's having problems, but they saying they can't take it out. And so you did all of that for what?
Yeah. So it's like, if you're going to lose the weight, do it for your health and do it for you.
And he was still cheating, just like you said.
It's still cheating. So it's like you altering yourself is not going to change anybody at all. You're just going to be stuck with that body. And then, of course, especially if you're not the type that wants the attention anyway, now you don't made it to where everybody's really paying attention to you. Oh, okay, then, big booty. And it's like, no, don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm not insecure. You are.
But that's why I say right here, D. Coleman, right here, what he just said. What word you see in there? The fourth one. The fourth word.
Read it. Gotta find your tribe. Can't be so willing. Yeah, your tribe. Can't be so willing to change an aspect of yourself to be a part of something, because then you'll just start on identity crisis and start a whole another problem. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's because now you gotta, especially for the people that are lazy and don't work out, you gotta maintain that body.
Exactly.
And then, depending on who you went to go get it done, it's not going to sit up the same anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's over time, nature's going to be nature.
It's going to droop.
Your body is going to sloop. It's going to fall. It's going to
sloop.
Like, we're all, look, you know what I'm saying? Eventually this going to be coming down. You get what I'm saying? When you get older, your body changes. So what happens when your body naturally changes because of age? What do you do then? It hits your self-esteem with social rejection. It can build you up or wear you out. I've had both.
Yeah.
6-Man Convo said too much need for validation makes people do the absolute worst to themselves.
Just to be socially accepted. You gotta find your tribe. I'm telling you, tribe is a tribe. That's different than a circle, a group of friends. That's people that's gonna fight the fight.
People
go
that's
down
gonna keep
with
it real with you. That's one thing. You don't need friends in your life that's yes men either. You need to be like, girl, do you, or sir, do you, what are you doing here? Why do you want to do that? Look at the consequences. What's happening here? Friend, I don't like you acting like this. Those are probably people you need in your life. It says, especially that first few weeks of that BBL, you can't sit for weeks and are hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed a video, just like women in the ATL airport, just lined up wheelchair by wheelchair by wheelchair of getting those BBLs. Now, I'm not going to knock anybody that wants to decide to do it, but do it because you want to
do your homework and your research,
and not for anybody else. If you just want to naturally, you just want to look good, and I feel like, because nothing is wrong with the little enhancement. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is wrong with that. If you want to alter this or that, we got the technology to do it, but don't make a completely entire new person that you haven't been. And then you got a different attitude about yourself because now, you looking the part, and now you got a nasty attitude. Oh, now you're not good enough for me. When I was just struggling in the apartment, barely can make it, food stamps. But now I got this body. People are spending money on me. Oh, you're not good enough over here for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no longer, I'm not your type anymore.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. So we're gonna get into the next one. I know we don't went deep into this topic. So we're gonna go to the next one. Who is most vulnerable to social rejection? And this is for the audience.
Most vulnerable.
I want to hear what the chat has to say. Who's really the most vulnerable to social rejection? Let's see. It hits your self-esteem with social rejection. It can build you up or we already said that part. BBL be killing them quicker and still need to go to the gym for it. So she should just be put all that energy into the gym. People are lazy though. A lot of people now, this society is instant gratification. Quick fix things, quick jobs, this, that, and the other, how I make quick money. So if I can get an instant body within the next 6 months, boom, I'm going to do it. I got the money or payment plan, whatever. So it's instant gratification. Now tune in. What's up? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Hey, Oliver B.
Welcome.
And the just vulnerable, well, I would say is like people with low self-esteem. I mean, already, and that's just the obvious though. Of people most vulnerable. Because
go ahead.
When you have that low self-esteem, and a lot of times you follow with other people, it's like you're allowing other people to speak for you, think for you, you know what I mean, just put their ideas, what they want inside of you, and it's not your sometimes you can lose yourself with that.
You can.
So that's a big domino effect. That's just a big spiral right there. And it's dangerous.
It says here that people with low self-esteem respond strongly to social rejection in terms of their neural activation in regions associated with distress. There's basically saying low self-esteem and low emotion differentiation represent a toxic combination. So it's all here. It's all here in the mind. So just like you just mentioned your low self-esteem. Let's say you do get with that Reesa Teesa, with that man that made you feel like you're just above the world at one point. And then he gets you locked in. Oh yeah, I got that now. Now the real person is coming through and breaking you down, making you feel like you're lower than lower. Ain't nobody gonna want you. All that type of stuff. So you getting beat down, and then it starts from the childhood as well. Your mother rejected you. Your family and friends rejected you. You was that awkward kid that wore glasses and was, different.
Yep.
So now you don't have that confidence in yourself. Now you're just timid and shy. You
walking
don't want
with
to
your
say
head down.
Just like that. Just I don't
Scared
know.
for people to look at you. Scared to come on your shows. A lot of podcasters scared to get on the to open up their cameras and show their face at times. We all have days where we might not feel like today. I'm one of example, but it's just like, I think a lot of that people don't want to get on their camera and show their face and talking out, and for people to look at them, it's because they're afraid of what people might say. Oh, do they think I'm ugly, or is my head shaped funny? Is my nose, my eyes? I mean, do I look weird? Am I too shiny? Am I not? Like all kind of things. So,
so it's right here. It's right here. So people will really, really take it to heart and believe it.
Yeah.
They take it
Because
home. It's like,
we were like
this
that.
person told me I was ugly. I'm gonna tell you this story. This is a personal story. I was in high school, and it was this guy. Of course, this is when I was like, I'm still skinny, but of course, I was really thin then. High school. $117 at 5'7" or something like that. So you can imagine how little I was. And of course, I didn't have the confidence then, because it was just like other, girls developed better, and all the people was looking at them and everything else. But I don't think I had like a real extreme insecurity, but it was like I was shy. I was shy about being out in the crowd, but I did chorus and things like that. I did perform. So I pushed myself to put myself out there. So I was in talent shows. I did plays, because I'm creative. So that was my way of expressing myself. But one guy came up to me one day, was like, "You all right?" In high school. He was like, "You all right? Maybe when you get older," and whatever he was trying to say. Basically, it was like I wasn't that then. And I when I look back, and that really affected me. That was like, because it's like I was struggling with being small. Everybody else was developing to whatever they were developing into. And it was like, I'm just trying to get comfortable in my own skin. But to have somebody to say, yeah, I know, but maybe when you get older, that type of thing. But I can say, though, I took that. It made me feel bad, but I didn't take it and became who I am because of that comment, though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, I could have went the route and let me go fix this and let me fix, let me go get some stuff done. No. I'm like, you know what? Somebody's going to come along and like me for me. And who are you to say anything? Because, honey, you ain't all that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So who are you to say what I should look like and what I should be like in high school, for all places? But anyway, but I never forgot that moment. So it's like, I just chose to go a different way. And it's like, I accept who I am.
Yeah, because I mean, you have to be confident within yourself. It's just, but you get it, because it's like you who doesn't want to be accepted? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to feel alone? Who wants to feel like they're the oddball? You know what I mean?
Let me come back in there. I'm sorry, my sound is down.
I guess she went out, y'all. But it's just not a good feeling. And ATL Leo, let's see, for your younger years. Yeah.
Social rejection hits hard.
A lot of us have experienced a lot of things when we were younger, like Maggie. We developing, a lot of guys may, because they don't hit their peaks until maybe like middle school, between middle school and high school and things like that. I was just talking about just different things that we all might be self-conscious about, guys not reaching their peaks until later on. And I went through the same thing. Maggie wanted to be all filled out and everything. I was like 120, but I'm 5'3", but and nobody was like, well, you're not, I don't understand, nothing's wrong with you, but I wasn't secure within myself.
That's something you said right there. Everybody like, girl, like every time I used to say I'm skinny and this and that, and I had my insecurities about it, wanted to have, whatever. They're like,
hips and
girl,
stuff.
people pay to be like you. People is like, but I'm looking in the mirror at myself and I'm not happy, but so it's like, not saying I wasn't or whatever. I'm just saying as an example, people look at themselves and you can simply say, oh girl, you're beautiful, your skin, this and that. But if that person is not seeing that in that mirror, they've been broken down to make it feel like they are not good enough, this, that, and the other, that affects them psychologically.
It does.
And said that's how it was for me being short in school. I was tiny until I got into sports. So, and back to Six Man, he said I had to learn to say F them all, and it helped me a lot. So, and that's what I mean. I could have took that comment. I could have took, all the other girls getting all the attention and everything else, and I could have really just became a total shell outside of myself. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? These people I don't even give a damn about anyway. I'm graduating. I don't got to see them anymore. All that kind of stuff. It was like, I had my group of people that I hung with, my little nerd friends or what you want to call them. And I developed relationships from that. I met my baby daddy from that, so it's like, sometimes your tribe, you got to create, have people in your life that
but when
will
you
not break you down.
Right. But when you start being true to who you are, you know what I mean? Like walking your path, along that path, those things and people come into play for you, because it can feel lonely. You probably will feel, I went through that. I'm like, dog, I don't hang with or talk to anybody I used to talk to. But then I look back and I'm like, I accept, okay, people on your lives for a reason, a season, and
there's a reason, a season for people in your lives,
and sometimes a lifetime. And then you'll meet your tribe and like-minded people though. That's your tribe. It'll come. The tool will come, everything. So, but yeah, I went through that period of loneliness and just feeling like that, but I just trust the process, and I'm
gonna say this. I also felt that way at some point. That I didn't really have a lot of people in my corner. And that's kind of why I still self-isolate sometimes. It's something I have to work on, where I just kind of push people away because I'm just used to people not really being there. So, that's all a part of my mental illness, PTSD, seasonal depression, anxiety. So I deal with those things. So it's like, I naturally just shut down. I encase myself in, but what I learned was the times where I was trying to be a people pleaser. I was hanging with people that I really didn't care about. It was just, oh man, this is just, it's the thing to do. I realized that wasn't my tribe. I was too busy trying to be something I wasn't. So all those friends that went away over time, it was just like you said, it was a reason for that season. It taught me what to look for in a friend. So when I came across Mad Mike Sports, at first I was doing the Atlanta Falcons Nation group by myself. Somebody gifted it to me. It was like, I can't handle this. This group is getting too large. I was like, shoot, okay. And I ended up being the only administrator of that thing. Now it's mine, But meeting Mad Mike, he was somebody I could vent to because, of course, I, just recently divorced and everything. And he actually knew me during that struggle with my marriage, before the marriage, all of that. He just always encouraged me. He pushed me to do this. I wanted to hide behind the camera. I was like, I don't want to get in front of a camera. He said, oh no, you're going to get in front of a camera. I don't care what you say.
Right.
But what happened is it developed into a family. We started adding new people, and these people are the most closest people I've ever had when it comes to support, love. So it's like AFN is more than just a podcast about sports. AFN is a real family. Like Ryder, y'all say a player for him. He lost his uncle this week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, take your time away from us. This will be here. Take care of yourself. It's been times where I've been down and out on finances. It's like, here you go. We got you.
Mm-hmm.
Kai.
Mm-hmm.
I can come to her about my things. You know what I'm saying? And she's not going to sugarcoat anything.
No.
It's the same thing for Kai. When Kai's not feeling well and all that kind of stuff, it's like I pick up the slack, because it's like we need people in our lives that way that will make us be better, if anything. So stop listening to these people that's trying to tear you down. Let's see what these commenters are saying. Let's see. I used all those insulting that I had in school, flip it on them. If I am fat, ugly boy, then rest assured I'm the better one, you know. So it's like you got to turn those negative things around. My old supervisor got on me about pushing people away and not getting that fix about talk about my issues. And that's something that you have to naturally work on. I didn't want to. I pushed away trying to talk to a therapist. Now I see a therapist. Well, she's been away for a month, though she had surgery. But I'm going to start up my therapy sessions back next week. Don't feel ashamed about reaching out for help. Just know that everybody needs somebody they can go to. Everybody want to act like they're all together and everything else. But, it's okay to admit, you know what? I'm not all together. You just need that love in your life. You had to figure it out for yourself. Yeah.
You got to be honest with yourself too now.
You got to be honest with yourself. It was like, back in high school, you're still maturing and developing in the brain. So it hurt me more then than it does now, because it's like, I was just trying to fit in and, find my people. And for him to say that, it was like, so it's all about looks and shapes and all this kind of stuff. So you're not looking past that. I'm a great person just to get to know me, but you're looking at the physical aspects of what's going on with the person. And that's where we go wrong, people. When we start getting out there in this dating world, oh, she got to be this. Oh, she got to be that. Oh, he got to live. He got to do this. He got to be that. But have you looked back at the mirror at yourself? What are you bringing to that table? Who are you to say that this is the type of person I need to be or have on my side? But you ain't fixed your own foundation yourself.
Right.
You're
because
insecure.
That person, but you can have that physical appearance, but be crazy as I don't know what, and be an abuser. And we talked about that on last week's show, abusiveness, like domestic violence. So it just because it might look good on the outside doesn't mean it looks good on the inside.
Because you get to know these people, and they be bat crazy. They be crazy.
Yep.
Stalking.
Yep.
Killing on you. Sometimes you need to be rejected socially. Hell, you might stay. But seriously, I like that comment because it teaches you. Now, it depends on how you take it, though. Some people take it really hard and it affects them for life. But some take it as, like we were saying about the jobs earlier, in case you guys are just tuning in. It sometimes God's put something in your place that's for you. And because that one door closed, it was just not, that was not for you. That wasn't your thing. That wasn't your time. Right. Something better is coming for you. So don't look at that person. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Whatever, materialistic, whatever. You're going to find somebody that's going to see you for who you are and love you. But you got to be willing to open up to that. And that's something that I struggle with, when people are showing love and support and care, they, want to be with me. I shut down. I can say, I do shut down. It's like I created this guard again, this wall. Like I said, it took me 3 years with my marriage that when we first met, it was 3 years in between that time before we met that I was just guarded. It's like, oh, nope, nobody's getting in here to make me feel any type of way. I'll casually date, just that and the other. That's it. I finally, got vulnerable, broke down to that situation, met him, and that experience honestly has made me close up even more. I'm not going to lie. So I know people, oh, you should be whatever, that rejection is what I dealt with in my relationship.
Yeah.
Just needing somebody to be comfort and supportive during my rough times, my go-to. It was just like I'm just going to brush it off. You're all right. You're overreacting.
Yeah.
But I need you though. I need you
Yeah.
here for me to, but then I had to realize it's like, you know what? I shouldn't expect anybody to make me happy. I got to make myself happy.
Yep. Yep.
That's what we have to
It
learn.
does start with you. It starts with you. And then when you start with you and work on yourself and work on yourself, your eyes not only become open to who you are and the things that you've done or things that you haven't done or whatever the case may be, but it opens your eyes up to other people and other things. You know what I mean? Because it's now clear to you. You know how to set healthy boundaries. You know the types of people or that you're trying to attract, the type of things that you're trying to attract in your life, and you just see things for what they are and people for who they are. You know what I mean? And so that's why it starts with you. It's more than just happiness. All of that, everything starts with you.
Yeah, so it's like it's that dependence.
You have to be able to notice it. Yeah.
You got to be able to. People are so caught up with somebody else doing for them, or it's happiness is within. The whole, he makes me happy or she makes me feel joy, this, that, the other. But then when she walks away, it's you're just
your meter
miserable.
Just went down.
Your meter just went down. But if instead, if you fix yourself, you're not going to allow anybody to get to you. You just, you're doing this. You're doing your dreams. You're building your goals. You're eating better. You're sleeping better. You feel better about yourself. That's happy.
And you can get more done without distraction. When you're able to get in that space, in that place, you'll see that you're able to do more because you're giving yourself that time. You're now knowing and understanding how valuable you are. Like how you got everybody else on your to-do list. I got to do this, but what have you done for yourself? You know what I mean? And yeah, you might want to do this and that, but you still got to take care of yourself first.
So we're going to go to the trauma part of this topic. And I know it's deep. It's like, wow, there's a lot of people in this chat. Put some happy faces, some flowers. Subscribe to the channel right now. If you're new over here, I'm glad you guys came on over here and checked us out. This is every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So come on in and tune in. But what we're really talking about, the trauma part of it.
Yep.
Of social rejection. It says rejection trauma, also known as rejection sensitive dysphoria. It's actually a condition, people. It's a psychological disorder where there is an intense emotional response when someone is rejected or criticized. It can affect an individual's emotional well-being, self-esteem, like we mentioned, social interactions. It may not be recognized as a formal diagnosis in the diagnostic, and so it's something that of course you can't go get disability about. But it's it's an issue. So it's like, here you got your heightened emotional sensitivity. So you're just sensitive to every little thing. Those with rejection trauma often display an exaggerated emotional sensitivity to rejection or criticism. So they're falling all out. They want to go shoot somebody. They're taking their actions out because, so it's like personal attacks, intense feelings of shame, worthlessness, or sadness is that heightened emotional sensitivity, as well as emotional reactivity. Rejection trauma can trigger intense and overwhelming emotional reactions, so kind of similar to what we just said. People with RSD often experience sudden extreme emotional shifts, like I said, like anger, sadness, anxiety, or feelings of being overwhelmed in the response to that rejection. So that rejection just hits you all day long. Your
Right.
whole day is ruined because of
Mm-hmm.
what that individual said. Negative self-image. So individual rejection trauma tend to have a negative self-image and may engage in harsh self-criticism. Now that's right there. It's like, we're not just talking about the people surrounding you putting you down, but now you're starting to believe it. I guess I am ugly. So that
Well,
harsh
yep.
self-criticism may believe that they are inherently
Mm-hmm.
unlikable or unworthy of love and acceptance. Avoiding risk and intimacy, and we're going to talk about it, Kai, when I finish. In some cases, the fear of failure and
Mm-hmm.
subsequent rejection is such that those with rejection trauma may avoid taking those risks. So they're scared to even put themselves out there because of the embarrassment or whatever, and struggle with forming and maintaining intimate relationships. Fear of rejection can lead to a reluctance to open up and be vulnerable with others. And so overall, this can really weigh down on a lot of people, that social rejection. And
Well,
I wanted to get into that part about the, go ahead, Kylie. I want to get into something that was just really deep.
um, well, I was saying, like, with all that being said, because I was looking at that article from what is it, American Psychological Association. So, and one of the articles say um this was actually back in 2012, but it was just saying, it still goes, the saying is still relevant. And it's the pain of social rejection. So it stated, as far as the brain is concerned, a broken heart may not be so different from a broken arm,
Hmm. Hmm.
because pain, that
It can really be a health altering thing,
hmm,
because when you're not feeling your best, and I've seen it with my own two eyes, with my own child, that social rejection, not feeling like
hmm,
you're cute enough, or you don't
hmm,
gain weight because of medication. People saying, oh yeah,
yep,
I seen that person lay in a bed and do absolutely nothing for themselves, just let themselves go. And I honestly, I've been there, but
yeah,
not for social, you know,
just the
rejection.
part of laying in the bed, not even
Mental
wanna, yeah,
mental
I
health.
understand that
Yeah.
part. I never got influenced by social media either. I didn't care what nobody, how good they
Hmm.
thought they looked, what, I just didn't care. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't get caught up in social media. But that's me. That doesn't, it's obviously a lot of the world gets affected by it. So it's relevant. It's relevant. But that feeling of not even wanting to even sit up or just open one eye. It's just like
Hmm.
you don't even
The
have the
strength.
strength to sit up. That's hard, man.
Hmm. Hmm.
I hate that feeling. Like, I hate that feeling. That's
And that
the
I've been there for the last 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I have been there. I really had to push myself to even get this started back up.
Yep. Yeah, because we talked about that. And it was just like,
You know,
and it
so
still can be a struggle to this day. We're not even on sugarcoat till this day. Till this day, it can be a struggle to come
mhm,
on here and gather the strength to do a show, to talk to, our family. When I say family, I mean you all, because you're more than just viewers to us. So,
mhm.
it's hard, y'all. It is hard. We're not gonna sit up here and like every week we have this burst of energy. But the thing is, I think the foundation of it, what pushes us, is because we do care. We really do care. Even if we don't have enough energy for our excitement to show, we're just speaking true to y'all. We being real, you
Mhm.
know, we being real. We're not even gonna fake the funk with y'all. It can be a struggle.
And and for you to say that, it was like, to me, my day could be terrible, but like a lot of people said, this is therapy. And as well as my story is also somebody else's story, or
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of their story, because they haven't found that confidence. They haven't been able to leave that situation, etc., etc., etc. So if we can make a difference in one person that's tuning in tonight, don't take somebody's word for truth. Like that quote said again, I know some people are late to the chat, but I want to put it back up because it's relevant. Rejection is not fatal. It is merely someone's opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
let's ponder on that a little bit. So yes, social rejection can cause trauma, and I'm glad that we are talking about this, because it goes down to these people that put themselves out there, and they already have their insecurity, they already have their mental issues and things like that. But there are definitely cases where these people react to that rejection. Oh, you don't want to talk to me? Boom, here's a gun in your head. Let me follow you. Let me rape you. Let me, do these things to you because I can't accept that I just got rejected. Or better yet, you're looking at me, oh, let me talk to you. But it's like, oh, now you ugly as shit now because you didn't want to say anything, but
Mm-hmm.
you was just interested in talking to me. So
Which one
that's
is
not
it?
even, which one is it? Do you want me or you don't? Just saying. So it's like, yeah, I got to be careful, be safe, out there when it comes to these people, because you don't know what these people are on. Some people say, hey, I give them a fake number and I walk away. You know, do whatever you need to do to protect yourself from that, especially if you're an attractive person. Um, just be very careful about doorknobs and everything else. There's just a lot of people out there trying to harm because they're not happy with themselves. ATL Leo said, I remember I had called Maggie and Mike about almost losing everything about it hurt someone going, yeah, but you called. You knew exactly what you needed to do. So you reached out to make sure that you wasn't going to go off the edge. So it's like, people, we got to take accountability for how we are as well. So it's like, if you are that bully, that person that, you know, reacts because somebody is rejecting you, you got to work on yourself. You do. Keep your options and continue networking and meeting new people that are doing well, and just move on from being rejected. Yeah. Keep your options and continue networking and meeting. Yeah. So, and this is me right now. This is my story. So it's like, yes, I had bad experiences and things like that, but I've never just sat completely down and was like, forget it
Me either. I
altogether.
can
I almost
only,
gave up now.
yep.
I'm not going to, I almost gave up now. You get what I'm saying? But I've put these things in place. Like, I'm getting ready to finish up my courses, courses. Midway through that That's my personal goal. Just because I'm not posting about it or anything like that, that's just my personal goal.
I never posted it. I didn't post anything. I'm not that type of person. Like, look at me,
Mhm.
look at me, look at me. I'm just not, because obviously people already see it. They be like, I know, and I can tell, and I watch you and whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's good. And it's flattering, but I've just never been that type, because it's gonna show like what you're just, what do you have to prove? Like, it's just do it.
Validation
That's
is that
not why I
validation
do it. I
part.
don't need validating from anybody. I know what I
Mhm.
have, whatever awards, whatever certificates, certifications, whatever the degrees, it don't matter. It's like sometimes I have to really, to be honest, sometimes I have to sit back and remember those things and take
Mhm.
it in, to say, you know what? I did accomplish. To be honest with you, I do have to do that. And it's nothing wrong with that, because we
We
have
have to
to,
remind
it's so
ourselves.
much bad going on that you gotta remember from what you were able to get
Mhm. It
through
for
the
me, it's
rough
the
time.
small victories. Even if you're
Right.
celebrating by yourself, like you said, you don't
Mm-hmm.
post it on social media. It's your
Yep.
small victories
Yep.
that means the most for me. Like I just had a successful event this Friday. No, this Saturday over the weekend. I didn't know what the turnout was going to be, but those very same people turned out, and it was so many people at this event. It was like a meet and greet situation. It was karaoke. Man, I sat back, I was like, and I was hosting the whole entire time, people. I hosted my second event. So it's like I'm setting my goals because I said I want to start hosting. I want to start doing this because it's like you guys know me from Atlanta Falcons Nation. You know me as the sports person, but I've been branching out because I've always been in entertainment, promoting artists, this, that, and the other. So I want to get myself out there and host and do events because we got the big red and black event coming up July 13th. You got to prepare for. So, but somebody was asking, it was like, do you do
What
this? Do you
what
know?
event you did this past weekend?
You probably wouldn't have been a part of it. It was a lesbian event. It was a lesbian
Oh,
karaoke event.
you ain't have to say it like that.
You know I'm joking. You know I'm joking because it was last minute
You
anyway.
ain't had to say it like that.
It was a last minute thing anyway.
Y'all see
But
how she tried to do?
no, seriously, it was I didn't really advertise it because it was a private event anyway. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like I did it at the last minute, but
Yeah.
it was really more personally for that group of individuals that wanted to get together and do
Mm-hmm.
karaoke in a safe environment and things like that. But I
Yeah.
hosted it the entire time, and I felt and for me to be that person that did that when I used to be extremely shy about it is a big leap and a big step
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
To be on the microphone, to sing in front of people, that
Right.
was a big deal for me. So it's like you got to push yourself no matter who's not in your corner, who's not there. You got to push yourself a little bit harder to, those small victories is for you, not for anybody else. You know where
Yeah.
you want to go in life. And, like you said, validation. You don't need these people in your telling
Mm-mm.
you what you should and you can't do. It said, I don't know why, but lesbian karaoke sounds hilarious. Sound like a good time. Yeah, it definitely was a good time there. Everybody was drinking and having a good time. But no, it was a lot of couples and it was really a nice little event, everything. So the ladies just felt that there's not a lot of places they can go to feel safe and comfortable without judgment. And that's the goal for me. It's like I want to make sure that when people come up to us to talk with us as far as our mental health coaching, our events, I want you to feel welcome no matter what kind of walk of life you are, gay, straight, whatever,
Get
white,
y'all's
black.
validation from God and stop looking for validation from man. That's what's wrong.
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. But
Stop
yes, it,
stop
it
being
it
caught
was
up in it.
fun though. It was fun,
Yep.
but he said it was hilarious. So with that though, we kind of just got into this topic. And so now we got to worry about how to recover from social rejection?
Mm-hmm. Some tips.
Some tips. There, there
Mm-hmm.
are some, you like I said, I dealt with that in high school. Someone told me, "Oh, you all right," and all this, and it affected me for a good little minute about myself. I did have insecurities about being skinny and things like that. But the older I got, it was like, you know what? Forget it. You like it, you don't.
No, you
That's the
don't.
kind of attitude I actually had about it. I was like, shoot, somebody's gonna like it
Right.
or not. Shoot. you know,
Right.
I didn't look for that validation anymore. I was like, shit, fuck y'all. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it
And
don't
that's
matter to
what you
me.
have to do.
Yeah. So that's where I was on. I was like, whatever. I'm not altering nothing of myself. You're gonna either love it or hate it. But
Mm-hmm.
somebody
Or
else is
look the
gonna
other
love
way.
it. So um these are, how to deal with rejection. So basically, you got to recognize rejection is a part of your life. Some things are just meant to be. There's people just out there just being evil and rude because they got some own things that they're dealing with internally. So just don't take it to heart. Accept what happened. The worst way to cope with rejection is to deny it. So, just kind of just completely just, they didn't, what, just ignoring it and denying it that it actually happened. Sometimes we try to uh, push it to the side, stuff it under your pillow, but you're not addressing that issue that made you feel. So it's kind of like balling it up and then it explodes after a while because something's going to trigger you again for that to pop back out. And it's like, oh shit, I remember with everybody that said something to be, and then you're spiraling because you got all this stuff built up because you just kind of ignored it, denied it. Oh, that didn't happen. You don't want to address it. Process your emotions. So you got to kind of figure out, like I said, your triggers and things that, make you react or how it hurts you. Process what you're feeling. Understand what it is that you're going through. And it's okay to feel that way. We're human. So you're going to be emotional about it. But especially with the men, they tend to suppress their feelings because they're supposed to be tough. You got to be a man. You can't be crying over this situation. So, especially in guys, they're groomed to be that tough person. You can't cry. You can't react. You can't do this. So, if somebody say, "Ooh, I don't want to be with you," you supposed to just suck that in and okay then. You know, um, Stay healthy. That's another thing. Social rejection makes you kind of lose yourself. So you're not eating right, you're sleeping all day, you're not exercising, you're just depressed. That leads into other psychological issues, health issues, and things like that. And don't allow rejection to define you. Okay, so you don't think that I'm a funny comedian. Great. That's just one person's opinion, like we said. Somebody else might think you're fucking hilarious. Or shoot, I think I'm hilarious. I don't think I'm a comedian, but I laugh at my own jokes. So sometimes you gotta laugh at to the beat of your own drum half the time. It's like, look, I think it's funny. So if you're not laughing, I don't care. I'm gonna laugh at myself. So you gotta just love yourself, embrace yourself, and praise your own self in this situation and grow from the experience. It's the last one. So now, you don't learn about social rejection and everything else. You don't went through the emotions. You wouldn't have got therapy about it. Now you're learning from that experience. And now what I do is I encourage other people to be better for themselves. And like I talk to my daughters, they're going through that social rejection. Oh, fitting in. Oh, mom, I don't think I'm cute enough. He said this. I'm dealing with that now with my babies. So I had to teach them tough skin early on.
Yeah.
You know, we got to instill in our babies
Yep.
that
I know I do.
this social media has ruined. Now, because back when we was in school, and I ain't gonna tell how long ago, but we didn't have social media like that.
Right.
We had we had pay phones. You had to call somebody, or, you wrote a letter in class.
Right.
That's how we were social. Hey, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote you a little note
Or
in your
outside.
locker, or meet me at the playground at 2:00. I'll be there because my lunch break is around this time. That type of stuff. That's social interaction then. So we
Right.
can go home, and we were able to go home and delete all that out of our lives. You go home, do your homework. If you're not getting your butt beat by daddy because you messed up in school, still, the street lights coming on, you better be in that house. We had fun. We went outside. We played.
Yep. That's what we did.
We met people in person to date.
Mm-hmm. Went
So
outside.
we went outside. So it's a whole different ball game with these kids now. They gotta be compared to these Instagram models, and now the
It's
parents are
so
buying them the
crazy.
fake hair and
Yeah.
lashes and extensions, and
Yep.
now everybody's starting to look like one another. And if you're not looking like this one person over here, you're
Yep.
weird. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're awkward. So it's
Mm-hmm.
even worse because it's now the social bullying and things like that. Let's see here. It says, allow yourself to feel emotions of rejection, but do not dwell on it. Dwell on it it is on you. Absolutely.
It's definitely on you.
It says, hey,
Definitely.
Lisa, that's my bad trait. Ball everything up and use it on anybody who pissed me off on purpose and rubbed me the wrong. Yeah. So you got all that built up energy inside, and that's how this social rejection becomes deadly.
Deadly.
Because now you want to take it out on everybody that just made you feel some type of way. That's why we have these school shootings. That's why we
Mm-hmm.
have these movie theater shootings, church shootings.
Jealousy.
Can you imagine somebody walking in, not all together, and in church, they be judgmental in church. So, or
Very
doing things they
judgmental.
shouldn't be doing. I'm not, I ain't gonna go there. But let's keep it real, people. We're still human at the end of the day. What you say
We're
and how you
still
say it and
human.
what you do with people affects people. That person might have
Yep.
walked in on at their lowest, and you laughed at him
Yep.
because he's different. He just wanted to be heard. He's already at home getting beat down by his parents, molested. All those things that's going on in these people's lives, and they just wanted somebody to listen and have a friend that understood. And you rejected them because they was different. So for that awkward little person, just listen to them, yo. Just let them talk. Just let them get them out. Get it out. Yeah, you
You
gotta be best
awkward. You
friends.
awkward to somebody too.
Hmm.
You are. Every last one. You awkward to somebody too. So if
Hmm.
just imagine if they treated you like that, what would you do? How would
Hmm.
you respond? Would you
Hmm.
like that? You're awkward. I am. Maggie is. Everybody is awkward to somebody. I don't.
Hmm.
You can try to. No, I'm not. I'm perfect for everybody. Okay. Well, you're even now. You have confirmed that you're awkward. I'm just saying. Just think. Put yourself in that person's shoes. The
Hmm.
awkwardness might not be the same, but you're still awkward
Hmm.
because you're unique.
Hmm.
So what's wrong with that?
And that's the thing. Everybody is about this trending. You gotta, like I said, everybody's starting to look exactly the same, dressing the same way, hair the same way, baby doll hair this way, this, that, everybody looks exactly the same. That's why I look, whatever I do is because I want to do it, not because everybody else is doing it. I dress how I want to dress. I do how I want to do. I move how I want to move because Maggie wants to. And that time that I decided, you know what, I'm coming out. It took me a while to do that. Some people knew, but it took me a while to do that because it's like I was too busy trying to be a people pleaser, and that fear of rejection is what I dealt with. So it says, D. Coleman, that's how I deal with it. I laugh at myself quick. Somebody insult me. I say, damn, you just fried me up, and keep it moving. Ain't nobody going to keep me down long. And that's a good attitude to have. Just laugh about it. Walk away from
Mm-hmm.
it. You know, AOL dial-up. Oh, you going back old school. So don't tell my age, J-Rock. Please. Like when I said pay phones, what was it, like 25 cent, 50 cent, 35 cent? I forgot how much pay phones used to be. And the MARTA cards
Both
and
of them.
the MARTA passes. That's how old I am, yeah.
Mm.
The food stamp books. That's how old I am. When your mama said, walk to
The
the store
food
and go
stamp,
get me a pack of Newports shorts
girl.
and some
Girl, you had to do that.
Jolly Ranchers, you know. No,
Not
because
the Jolly Ranchers.
I used to stay off of MLK.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
west side of, you know. So that's kind of where I grew up. And you know, you had candy ladies on every corner, every apartment complex. So it's like, yeah, go get her a pack of cigarettes. Well, my mom didn't smoke, it was my dad, but you know, so those were just fun, innocent times though. This is when you could, you know, you did have a group of people that you just enjoyed. 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. But they come and said kids growing up as kids today would have been tough. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think I would have. You know, I definitely probably would have. I don't know. These kids are extremely sensitive now.
Yeah.
Extremely
Yeah.
sensitive. Like we have tougher skin.
Well, they're exposed to more things. You know, again, going back to the social acceptance, just trying to be socially accepted. You have the previous generation, us, um, not we're not doing what we're supposed to do with them as a whole. We're
Mm-hmm.
not talking to them real. We're still trying to sugarcoat. And I know it because I overheard. And I'm like, why are you sugarcoating it? Stop. We're not that. Those times have gone past and they don't exist anymore. These kids need to learn the truth and know the truth. You're not
Mm-hmm.
helping them by sugarcoating it. And if
We're
you're
not helping them for
uncomfortable,
being their friends.
if you're not comfortable with speaking on certain conversations, because I do understand that certain conversations can be uncomfortable for us adults as well, but you're gonna have to pull it through and stand on your toes strong and tall, because and pull it together and get comfortable. So because they need help, they need
Mm-hmm.
serious help and serious guidance. We can't just push them out there and say, oh well, not checking in on them, not talking to them. And again, the sugarcoating, that's gonna have to stop, man. I'm trying to figure out, what does that help? Stop. Get to the point. Just get to the point. Let's get
Mm-hmm.
comfortable and just got to do better with that. Like, we have to. This is serious out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People committing suicide. You know,
At a higher
alternating their
rate now.
bodies.
Mm-hmm. It's at a higher rate now, the suicide. Like I said, my baby went through her spell, and that adolescent center was packed to the brim of just children that just are going through emotional issues, mental health,
Mm-hmm.
being abused, raped, you know, and it got worse in the pandemic months because they were stuck in that house with that boyfriend that mama brought in that took advantage, or the opposite. It's the lady that the dad brought in, and she over there touching on, you know, you get what I'm saying. So they was enclosed in these four walls, supposed to be going to school to get their education. So honestly, they got behind on that. Is like we're still paying catch up for that time. So a lot of things happened with these children, parents, everybody during that pandemic time. And so mental health centers, hospitals are packed with children now. Now they're out there, you know, not respecting authority. They're disrespecting teachers. They're not giving a damn right now. They're picking up their cell phone in classrooms. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like we gotta save our generation. the generation that is now. And that's why me and Kai is out here just like, you know what? We want to do something for this, to the group. If anything we can do to get them off the streets, make them feel encouraged, get them some things to do outside of robbing and killing and shooting and whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
One person we can change is our goal with my mental space. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and, close this one on out. We're going to have our last sip. You can't see my glass. I'm almost at my last sip. And this is actually alcohol, just letting you know.
Okay. Well,
go ahead, Miss Kai. Just, we decided just to make this episode all about the conversation versus having everybody on this episode. But, we're going to have some fun episodes coming up soon. But we just really wanted to get deep in this conversation. Go ahead, Miss Kai, with your last sip there.
Well, again, I'm not going to go too long because we've been talking long enough. But again, just remember that rejection, again, it's not fatal. It's someone's opinion. Okay. So we have to remember that everything starts within us. Okay. We have to accept ourselves. We have to find that happiness within ourselves. We have to forgive ourselves and just reflect and grow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we have to do that. It's our job. It is our job to pass that down to. I always say each generation is responsible for the generation coming after them. So it's our job to teach them, but we have to start within ourselves before we pass anything down and start teaching our kids, so they can teach theirs and so on just really how to not only survive the world, but enjoy life as well. Because it's surviving, I don't like that because it just sounds so exhausting. So even though, we gotta survive and we hustle, but we have to make sure that we're taking in those current moments, because yesterday's show enough ain't gonna do us no. I mean, you can reflect on some things, but just simply just worrying about, what happened the day before and just being stressed out. Just say, what, that's that. Okay. Okay. The future, tomorrow. Okay. You're forgetting about the now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're forgetting about the now. Enjoy that moment. Just be grateful. Even if it's just you're grateful just to be alive, to even complain. I made a joke about that. You're alive. You can simply just thank God you woke up in the morning just to open your mouth and just start off
cussing
negative.
out.
How about that?
Negative.
You can start
be thankful that God put you in a place where you can do that.
Right.
Not everybody woke up this morning.
Right. So
not everybody made it through the night without taking their life themselves.
Right. So I leave you all with that, and just start holding yourself to some accountability, so we can do as people, as a community, and start thinking outside of just the narrow-mindedness. Like, we're not looking around. Like, look around, look at these kids. Even if some people may not, you don't have to be a biological mom or dad to, be that role model in a kid's life. Get involved, get a little bit, 1%. That's a lot.
Said the grandchildren, the crap babies are in school now. Generations of damage been done. Make sure y'all join the ladies Discord. That's right. I put the Discord chat in the end. But I guess I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all night back. We appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and say my last little sip here. That was great, Kai. That was definitely great. I love these type of episodes when we can really get deep. Um, and as you saw, we got a lot of people watching us tonight. So y'all go ahead and just subscribe, share, tune in next week at 8 p.m. Eastern. During the off season, where it's not a lot of football, you can come over here and pour your feelings out. Come on in here and cry and get a hug, with Miss Maggie T and Miss Kai. We appreciate you. Have your glasses, even if you don't drink. Have your water. Have whatever you're going to drink. Tea, coffee.
Just have it. It's yours. That's what you want to do. And how dare us? That's your stuff. It starts now. Own y'all stuff. Own y'all flaws, man. Own them. Who cares? Let y'all hair down. Say, I don't give a, you know what? Who cares? You're more interested with them flaws. I don't want to talk to anybody perfect.
Me either.
Bring me the stuff, man.
And that's where I'm at with it. It's like, look, I embrace who I am, whether you like me, you don't. I'm not going to be like everybody else. I like to be unique. And that makes me more special.
You want to stand out?
You want to stand out. You don't want to be amongst the crowd and nobody where Maggie at? I don't even know who that is. I need y'all to be like, oh, there she go.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Right. And anybody I know, you come with me with some old crazy stuff, I'm going to call you out now. I'm like, now, you need to stop tripping. And that's all I'm going to say. Go fix yourself. I don't know who you are, but go give them back to them, please, and come back to you.
Like I said, with my crazy ass, I said I laugh at my jokes. So laugh at yourself, love yourself, and hug yourself, and talk to yourself. Let it, you ain't gotta let nobody know you in the mirror talking to yourself or you're answering yourself back. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you're giving yourself some confidence.
Exactly.
You're giving yourself that push, that boost that you need to get up each and every day. Forget what everybody else got to think. Because I got Maggie.
Right.
So on that note, people, want you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this content out. Everybody that came in here, thank you. Thank you for watching us tonight. Even if you're not commenting, you're just kind of viewing and watching. We just appreciate you. This is what we do if you're new here to this channel. We talk about deep topics. Every week is something different. Last week we talked about was it domestic violence?
Domestic violence, yeah.
We talked about domestic violence, but we owe everybody a fun episode. So I think we need to start making that in the works because we used to do last year. We did some throwback episodes.
90s party.
90s party.
Growing up in the 90s was fun.
So I think we want to bring that back this season as well. Just do a little 90s. We might throw it back to the 80s because I'm an 80 baby as well.
1900s was fun.
Tune in. Maybe next week Miss Kai will be on camera. But we love you guys.
They miss this face, honey. Don't y'all?
I know.
Smooch ass.
No, though, subscribe to the channel, Champagne Confessions. Follow the Discord, is in the chat, as well as Cash App to, Champagne Confessions, $ in the front. Our proceeds are going towards, we're really trying to build a community. We want to start doing group events with the ladies.
Right.
Well, everybody pretty much, but mentoring groups.
Yeah. Come on, guys, let's build our community and physically let's build our spaces so we can create some workspaces for those who work at home or something. Come and be like, come to the office. We're trying to do a lot of things because that can be very lonely when you're working from home. And so y'all come on, we can create our community, get us a space, create that workspace, that workstation, and make it comfortable while doing, our other programs. So we're trying to stand out and be different. We're not going to follow within. There's nothing wrong with that, but we're trying to create some different, a lot of different things that we all can utilize. So
That's right. And also, we have a show coming up Thursday. Um, I forgot what time. I think we probably come on at 8 or something like that, I believe. But it's the Ladybirds of AFN. You guys know us from Football Talk. So, that's going to be this Thursday. Don't miss it. Give these ladies, I have hand breaded them, groomed them up. So now you got a lot of ladies on AFN that's going to speak their piece about football and Atlanta Falcons. I'm really excited about that project. It's coming along really great. So tune in to us again with Miss Pam. Hopefully Miss Kai can join us. We got, we got some of everybody on that show. Amazing ladies. You give them their flowers on this Thursday night. But until that time, I'm going to give y'all Nyght back.
Peace up. A-Town down, guys. All righty.
All right, people.
See
Good
y'all
night.
next time.